ADISHAKTI, the ultimate and primordial form of the feminine energy. Shapeless, formless, yet omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, the creator of the universe and all of its realms. She is the energy, power, strength, the Shakti that flows through each and every creature and sentient beings, including the gods themselves. She is the embodiment of love and kindness. Without her, the creation would be dead and stagnant, and the universe would come to a halt. But also, the great cosmic mother is very kind. Whenever the creation is in danger and injustice prevails, so much so that even the gods themselves cannot overcome such danger, the formless cosmic mother incarnates to save the universe and uphold truth and justice. Today, we will remember one such occasion when Maa ADISHAKTI incarnated in the form of a valiant mighty warrior and a divine young woman who still remains unconquered and invincible to this day, the greatest warrior the creation has ever seen and ever will be in the future as well. That divine young woman is none other than Maa Durga. The word Durga literally means invincible, unassailable, someone who is beyond defeat. But to know the origin of the story, we have to roll back the clock to a very ancient time, much before our recorded history, and probably thousands, millions, and may even be billions of Earth years from the present day. Once upon a time, long time ago, there existed an Asura. Asuras are beings who are immensely powerful, knowledgeable, and are capable of great penance. Some of them are so powerful that even the rishis and gods find it very difficult to handle. One such Asura was Mahishasura. The word Mahish literally means buffalo. He had the power to transform to a buffalo, or in many texts he is depicted as having a humanoid body with a buffalo-like features. He was very powerful and had several other magical powers and abilities as well. But still, he knew that his power alone wasn't enough to conquer the heaven from the gods. So one day, he started an extreme penance to please Lord Brahma and gain a boon from him. Lord Brahma is one of the Trinity gods along with Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, and also the creator of this present universe. Mahishasura's penance was so immense that Lord Brahma ultimately had to appear before him and offer him a boon. Hearing this, Mahishasura asked for the boon of immortality. But Lord Brahma said that it isn't possible. Anyone who has been born ultimately has to die, and said Mahishasura to ask for something else. Mahishasura thought what else could he ask which would practically make him near immortal, knowing that he already was immensely powerful. So, he asked for a boon, which would make it impossible for the male form of any being or creature to kill him. Lord Brahma granted the boon and soon left. Mahishasura was very happy. He thought himself to be invincible, as he was immune to death by the male form of any being, and he considered the females to be weak, and not worthy of consideration. So empowered by this boon, and his already exceptional powers and abilities, he gathered an army and invaded the Devaloka or the heavens of the gods. His army was vast and powerful like him. Some of his generals had unique magical abilities and were almost as powerful as Mahishasura himself. The Devatas or the gods led by Indradev battled valiantly, but the boon of Mahishasura proved to be the deciding factor, as all the gods were male and none of them could harm Mahishasura. Finally, the Asura army won the battle and captured the heaven. The Devatas led by Indradev had to take a temporary retreat and evil power dominated the universe. The Devatas were helpless and the balance of the creation was in jeopardy. But the Devatas knew that they cannot just stand and watch silently, they had to do something. So they went to the Trinity gods Lord Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva to ask for help. But even the Trinity gods were helpless, as all three of them were male and therefore the boon also rendered them ineffective against Mahishasura. Seeing no other way out, they decided to pray to the primordial mother ADISHAKTI, the source of ultimate power, to help them rid the universe from this immense crisis. The kind mother was pleased by their prayer, and decided to incarnate, in the form of a divine young woman named Durga. This woman had 10 arms, 3 eyes with unimaginable amount of strength and courage, riding on top of a lion, or according to some text it's a tiger. The gods were baffled by the might of this divine woman. This was something they had never seen before. The great cosmic mother right in front of their eyes in such a magnificent form. But the gods also wanted to contribute, so they combined all their energies into her, and also gave her their best weapons to hold in her 10 hands. For example, Lord Shiva gave her his trident, Lord Vishnu gave his Sudarshan chakra, and other gods also contributed like a conch, bow, arrow, mace, axe, karga sword, lotus and a snake. Here, it is interesting to note that it is the first time in the history of the creation that someone has wielded all the divine weapons, alone and single-handedly at the same time. Not even the Trinity gods does this. But this divine young woman managed to do the unthinkable effortless, and she was ready for the battle. Finally, it was time for Maa Durga to start the battle against Mahishasura. As the battle began, the Asura army threw their best fighters against her. But, one by one she destroyed all of them. Seeing this, Mahishasura was getting extremely frustrated, that a woman single-handedly annihilating his mighty army. So finally, he himself decided to fight her himself. The battle was extreme and intense. In many texts it is said that the battle went on for hundreds and thousands of years in the astral plane. Mahishasura was mighty, among many powers. He had shape-shifting ability, where he could take on powerful forms of other creatures. He kept on changing from one form to another, but Maa Durga effortless defeated each of his forms. Finally, after a long time Mahishasura came to his buffalo form, and Maa Durga knew that this was the time to strike the final blow. So, she quickly leapt on top of the buffalo with her lion, pinned him to the ground, and finally struck the death blow when Mahishasura was going to shape-shift to his humanoid form. Thus, the death of Mahishasura finally marked the end of this great cosmic battle. The gods returned to the heaven, and balance of the creation was restored. The entire universe got to witness this magnificent and timeless form of Maa ADISHAKTI, in the form of Maa Durga. Every being in every realms are eternally grateful to her, even to this day. In the Devi Mahatmya this battle is referred to as Leela, which means a drama or a play. The Divine Mother is so great, that even this dire crisis, she turned into a cosmic lesson for the entire creation, to follow for time immemorial. It is believed that even today, great sages and rishis can still experience this great astral battle, and witness the ultimate form of Maa Durga. But wait. This isn't the end. Maa ADISHAKTI in the form of Maa Durga, has 9 different forms or incarnations. In each of these incarnations, she incarnated to help the universe from an extreme form of crisis, and has divine significance. These 9 incarnations of Maa Durga are called NAVDURGA. The word Nav literally means 9. She battled with Mahishasura in one of these 9 incarnations. Now, let's take a glance at each of these 9 forms of Maa Durga. Shailaputri. The word Shaila means mountain, and Putri means daughter. Maa Shailaputri is depicted as riding a white bull and holding a trident in her hand. This white bull is none other than Nandi, the loving Vahan of Lord Shiva. Once upon a time, the king of the Himalayas, Imavart, and his wife Mainavati, prayed to Mother Maa ADISHAKTI to be born as their child. They prayed sincerely for many years. Finally, Maa ADISHAKTI was pleased and granted their wish. She was born as their daughter named Parvati. One day, Devashinarad visited the palace of King Imavart. But when he saw Parvati, she called her as Maa Sati. Parvati was taken aback. Her parents were also astonished. Then Devashinarad reminded them that their daughter is an incarnation of Maa ADISHAKTI. In one of her previous births she was known as Sati, the consort of Lord Shiva, and the daughter of King Daksha Prajapati and Queen Prajuti. Then he went to explain how Sati gave away her life in the tragic events of a yajna organized by King Daksha. Since then Lord Shiva has gone into a deep samadhi and not waking up. Now, there is a powerful asura called Tarakasur who has captured Swagaloka or the heaven, and only a child born of Lord Shiva and Shakti can kill Tarakasur. After hearing this, Parvati left her parents' home and went to Mount Kailash to meet Lord Shiva. But the road to Mount Kailash wasn't easy. So, Nandi came to her aid and helped Maa Parvati to reach Mount Kailash. Maa Shailaputri lives inside each of us in the form of strength, which encourages us to take on new exciting adventures no matter how difficult or impossible it is. On the first day of Navratri, people follow a tradition called Ghatastapana, which means installing a clay pot. A clay bowl is filled with soil and 7 or 9 types of seeds. On top of this bowl, the clay pot is placed with water, coins and durva grass inside it. The mouth of the pot is covered with mango leaves and coconut. By doing this, they welcome Maa Durga into their home for the next 9 days of Navratri. Brahmacharini. The word Brahmacharini means a woman who has taken up the path of Brahmacharya in her life. In this form she is depicted as holding a Japamala and a Kamandalu. She is dressed in white with her eyes closed and performing an intense tapasya. As soon as Maa Parvati reached Mount Kailash, she saw Lord Shiva in deep samadhi. Realizing there was no easy way to wake up Lord Shiva from such an intense samadhi, she herself started an intense tapasya. Her tapasya went on for thousands of years without any foods and water. Finally, one day Maa Parvati's intense tapasya caught Lord Shiva's attention, and he opened his eyes. Pleased with Maa Parvati's extreme penance and devotion towards him, he agreed to marry her, and accepted her as his consort. Maa Brahmacharini lives inside us in the form of patience and willpower. It encourages us to work hard with honesty to achieve our desired result, no matter how impossible it may be, even if we have to go through extreme penance. Chandraghanta. The word Chandra literally means moon and Ganta means bell. Maa Chandraghanta is depicted as wearing a half-moon-shaped bell. She mounts a tiger and has 10 hands, each holding an unique object, like Trishul, Gada, sword, Kamandalu, flower and arrow. Once Lord Shiva and Maa Parvati visited her parents' home in the Himalayas. Lord Shiva went there in his original fierce-looking form with his Ganas. As Parvati's mother Queen Mainavati was preparing to welcome them, she was startled and terrified by seeing Lord Shiva in his original form and almost fainted. King Imavat was also taken aback. Seeing this, Maa Parvati was enraged. So she also transformed herself to a fierce form in the form of Maa Chandraghanta. After that, Lord Shiva agreed to change his form and appear in a calmer, youthful and charming appearance. But, because of this incident, the entire creation got to witness Maa Durga in the form Maa Chandraghanta. Maa Chandraghanta is the ultimate destroyer of evil. The sound of her bell can destroy all forms of evil. In this form, Mother encourages us to be daring and courageous in our life's pursuit, and to follow the path of truth. No matter how strong the forces of evil are, the blessings of Maa Chandraghanta will always lead us to victory. Kushmanda. The word Ku means little, Ushma means warm, and Anda means egg. So, the word Kushmanda means one who created the little warm cosmic egg, which refers to the entire universe. She is depicted as having 8 hands, and blesses her devotees with Ashtasiddhis, or the 8 rare supernatural powers. This incarnation of ADISHAKTI goes way back before the creation of the universe. It is believed that it is her smile which lighted up the entire universe from pitch black darkness. She is the Shakti which resides inside the sun and gives light and heat to the universe, without which no life would exist. She is the source of creativity, and encourages us to use our power of imagination, and do innovative stuff in our life. Maa Kushmanda is the ultimate remover of darkness, and encourages us to stay on the path of truth and light. Skandamata. The word Skanda refers to Lord Kartikeya, and the word Mata means mother. So Skandamata refers to the mother of Lord Kartikeya, which is none other than Maa Parvati. She is always depicted as holding a baby Kartikeya in her lap. Soon after the marriage of Lord Shiva and Maa Parvati, they welcomed a son called Skanda or Kartikeya. Skanda was a mighty warrior who finally went on to kill Tarakasur with his spear, and freed Swagaloka from the hands of evil, and restoring the balance of the creation. Maa Skandamata lives inside us in the form of love and kindness. She encourages us to be loving and caring towards others. Because love is foundation of life, without which, the world would be destroyed by anger and hatred. Garba, a famous dance from the state of Gujarat in India, is performed in the time of Navratri. The word Garba comes from Garba, which literally means womb. People light up clay pots with lamps inside it, and make sure the lamp inside does not extinguish for the entire 9 days and nights. The lamp signifies the light or the child Kartikeya inside the mother goddess's womb, which freed the universe from evil power. These days people also perform a dance called Dharanjya Ras. Dressed in colorful clothes, they go around in circle tapping their decorated sticks against the sticks of their dance partners. It's an unique occasion and a sight to behold, which happens only once a year. Katyayani. The sixth form of the Maa Durga is Maa Katyayani. It is in this form that she killed Mahishasura, which we already discussed in beginning. Mahishasura ignored the power of feminine, which ultimately led to his death. In the form of Maa Katyayani, she lives inside us in the form of valor and determination. She encourages us to ceaselessly pursue our goals until we achieve it. Durga Puja in the state of West Bengal in India is famous for worshipping this sixth form of the mother. During the period of Navratri, especially since the sixth day or Shasthi, the entire state lights up. The streets are lighted up and there are great pandals decorated in artistic beauty in every corner of the state. All the schools and colleges remains closed, and the streets are filled with crowds throughout the day and the entire night. It is a unique occasion to behold, that is not seen in any other part of the world. Kaalratri. The word Kaal means time or black, and the word Ratri means night. So she is called Kaalratri because her skin is dark as the night sky and she is worshipped on the seventh day. She is depicted as having 4 hands and riding a donkey. Once there were 2 very powerful asuras called Shambhara and Nishambhara, who were locked in a battle with the gods. They were so powerful that the gods prayed to the mother for help. Once in the midst of battle, the 2 Asura brothers sent one of their most powerful Asura called Raktabij to the battlefield. The word Rakta means blood and the word Bij means seed. Raktabij had this unique magical power, that whenever a drop of his blood falls on the ground, it would create a clone of Raktabij. Because of this unique ability, Raktabij was proving to be impossible to defeat. The numbers of Raktabij kept on increasing in the battlefield. Seeing this impossible scenario, Divine Mother created an extremely intense form of her, in the form of Maa Kaalratri. Maa Kaalratri whizzed across the battlefield, drinking up every drops of blood before it touched the ground. This stopped Raktabij from multiplying further and eventually was killed by the Divine Mother. Maa Kaalratri lives inside us in the form of courage and fearlessness. Fear is like Raktabij, which multiples quickly. So the blessing of Mother helps to face our worst fear and attain victory over it. MahaGauri. Maa MahaGauri is depicted as having a fair complexion and sitting on a bull. After the intense form Maa Kaalratri, the Divine Mother incarnated in the form of Maa MahaGauri. She is very gentle and beautiful looking with a calming face. Mother in this form symbolizes fairness and is worshipped on the 8th day of Navratri. She wants us to be fair to others, but at the same time to be true to ourselves as well. People in Maharashtra, India, especially women, wear clothes of a particular color in each day of Navratri. And every year they choose a different set of colors during Navratri, which is a unique occasion in the world. Many spiritual seekers fast during the Navratri, and the 8th day is the final day, after which they are able to break their fast. Siddhidatri. The word Siddhi refers to magical or supernatural powers, and Datri means giver. Maa Siddhidatri is the giver of extremely rare magical powers called Siddhis. There are broadly 8 types of Siddhis. Anima, the power to make your body infinitely smaller. Mahima, the power to make your body infinitely larger. Garima, the power to make your body infinitely heavier. Lagima, the power to make your body infinitely light. Prapti, the power to travel to any place you wish instantly. Prakamya, the power to get any object you desire instantly. Ishitva, the power to control nature and natural phenomenon. Vashitva, the power to control others' beings. In the form of Maa Siddhidatri, she lives inside each of us as knowledge. Exploration leads to knowledge, and knowledge leads to evolution, which is the ultimate purpose of a soul. Vijaya Dashami. Vijaya Dashami or Dussehra is celebrated in the 10th day. It marks the victory of good over evil. It is celebrated in many forms. Like Durga Puja of West Bengal, celebrating Maa Durga's victory over Mahishasura, or celebrating Sri Ram's victory over Ravana the king of Lanka. Both of these symbolizes the victory of truth and justice. But just celebrating Navratri and worshipping Maa Durga is not enough. In the end, we have to respect every woman in our society. Not just women, but feminine qualities as well. As men and women, masculine and feminine energies are both equally important to sustain life. None can exist without the other. Divine Mother or Shakti exists inside all of us. So, if we want to respect her, then we have to love and respect every other beings as well. Wish everyone a very happy Navratri. Thanks to the Divine Mother, and all other divine souls for helping to make this video. Stay on the path of light. Take care and see you soon.